Alright, I am about an hour away from swapping out this old 2018 Stealth Performance Model 3. Check out those non-performance wheels. Great efficiency. But I got the full dual motor package. It's 120,000 miles, just shy of. And I'd like to go ahead and do a quick review of how this thing's held up over the 6 years I've had it now. It's probably 110,000 road trip miles and, 10,000 or so local commuting miles. So problems I've had in the last 6 years. Let's start with the exterior. Exterior has held up incredibly well. The paint in the back, pretty nice. No real chips, nothing. It's really dirty right now, so ignore that. You'll know there's a chunk taken out here from when I slid off the road out in Kentucky or Idaho, whatever that was out there. But besides that, it's pretty slick. The front has some nicks. I mean, it's taken a lot of rocks to the face, but they're still giving me 16,500 trade-in, so I can't be too mad. Let's talk mechanically, because that's where I've had a couple little hiccups. The biggest thing is I've had squeaky tires. It's the upper arm of the steering. That right there, that little boot covers up a joint that leaks. So what I did was around 60 or 80,000 miles when this started squeaking horribly is I cut it open and injected lithium grease in there. And after a couple miles of driving, the squeak went away, and I had to do it to the other side, and then 30 or 40,000 miles later, did it again to the side. And my wife's Model Y is now doing that at 65,000 miles, so it's a known Tesla issue, but relatively minor. You can get it swapped out. It's $600 or so. Let's see, when I traded it in, I had to tell Tesla I had no errors on the screen, and that's not a lie. But if I move my seat, Steven from the future here, you can't really see it very well, but there's a little bit of goop coming down the side of the screen on both sides. And at first I thought it was just on one side and my daughter spilled some juice or something. So I kind of licked my finger on it and licked it and, thought it was going to taste like apple juice. It turns out it tasted like fire and pain, so it's some sort of a chemical leaking from the screen. So another great reason to turn this car in right now. Watch it not recreate it now. If I move my seat to normally if I move it at all, then I get an error, which is the seat basically unplugging itself. So it no longer detects anyone sitting on it. Hey, this is great, I'm not lying. Let's restore that so I'm not sitting up on the wheel. Okay, that normally happens, but it's not right now, so that's good. The battery's coolant system, the super bottle, I believe it's called, there's a valve that allows the coolant system to cool the pack or heat the pack. And I believe before the 8,000 mile summer road trip, the valve got stuck because over summer I started losing a lot of range. My battery capacity started dropping. And then again in the last few months here, or last month or so, it dropped another, 10 miles or so at full. So I'm kind of afraid. Yeah, it charges to 250 or something, 250-ish, which isn't bad. It was 290 new. They unlocked up to 310 or something by unlocking more capacity. And then, yeah, it only lost 8% in the first year, and then it started losing 1 or 2% every year, no big deal. Big drops around winter, and then, yeah, lately it's dropped another 5 or 8% rather quickly, which is alarming. So that's part of what's kind of rushing me to trade in for a Cybertruck right now. There was another problem. What was it? Oh, yeah, the vents. I've popped open the whole HVAC system and looked for any kind of stuck baffles or whatever it's called. Everything looks fine. I can't find anything. I thought maybe my daughter, when she was younger, 5 years ago, jammed a crayon in there or something, but nothing stuck in there. It all looks fine. I'm not going to pay hundreds of dollars for that to get troubleshot and fixed. And then the super bottle valve thing is $800 to $1,600. The seat fix is, some people are saying that they have to have the whole seat replaced. They just don't want to troubleshoot it and work on that. So it's like $1,400, $1,500 also. So I'm looking at $2,000, $3,000 to get this thing new mechanically, with the battery still degraded. I'll show what the health's like again on there. Winter's coming up. It's getting down to below freezing. My battery can't warm itself up anymore. It's not giving me any errors. I tried to do a battery health check, and it failed to do the health check. It didn't say anything. It just didn't run. So I did a thermal system health check, and that one said that there was a problem with the thermal system. But that's only in service mode. I can't get that error to show up on the screen. So again, when Tesla said for trade-in, are there any errors on the screen? Honest answer, no. No, I can't get any errors to pop up right now. But yeah, if I supercharged, I'd probably get slow speed, or hopefully it doesn't hurt itself because it starts to, push too much power into a pack that's too cold. I don't know, but if the car sits outside in below freezing temps in winter, and I like to have it plugged in so it can warm itself, preconditioned before it charges properly. Just perfect health things for the battery. I mean, I have flogged the battery with supercharging for 100,000 miles, so I say that, but yeah, I've charged to 90% pretty much its whole life. I started charging to 60% with charge on solar, so I can just have enough to do anything I need to around here, and then the extra solar dumps into it, and it goes up to 80 or 90% if we have that much free in a day, which we don't normally. So yeah, it's held up pretty well. I mean, if it's just kind of this thing, I want to dump thousands of dollars into it and then risk more stuff happening, because there's no warranty on it anymore. I've got like 100 more miles or 50 miles left till there's no battery warranty even, which this thermal system, not covered under battery warranty. I tried to open tickets, tried to get them to look into it, and they said to call the service center, and I waited on hold a bunch of times and just said, you know what, it's yours now for $15,600. So I'm going to go pick up the Cybertruck, and that's my review of 2018 Stealth Performance Model 3. I think it's held up pretty well over the years. I mean, someone could dump $3 grand into this, put a new plastic bumper on, maybe put some protection on the front and do some paint touch-ups, and it would be like new, basically. I will say interior has held up incredibly well. Let me turn the camera around again. Interior seat looks almost new. That's just kind of a reflection there. It's not actually damage to it. And there's my butt imprint on it, but the interior looks perfect. Besides where my elbow sat right there for those 100,000 plus miles of road tripping, and my other elbow sat right there and wore that down. That one did not go very well. So I put a cover on that to hide that, and this one I never really found a solution for, but I'm replacing it, so who cares? That's normal wear and tear. That's my 120,000 mile Tesla Model 3 review. I would definitely buy another one. I'm very happy with this car. I'm almost tempted to buy another cheap Model 3, but we get some snow up here sometimes, and I'd like to be able to haul things to the recycling center, and I used to be an F-150 Ford Ranger kind of guy, so it'll be nice to have a 6-foot truck bed at least. But yeah, time to go pick up the Cybertruck. It fits perfectly. It's barely even noticeable.
What do you think those things, that can I try opening it?